Hey kids, it's ARP. It's Monday. I know it's crazy. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty. It's early on Monday. Sun's still out. It's bright. It's not yet 6 o'clock. It's not even 5 o'clock yet. This is nuts. So we had some technical difficulties on Friday night. Apparently, the volume was not working as it should, and it does appear now that we're getting good sound. So that's good. And so you can obviously see me. Look, it's a bad hair day. I've not put any, what does she call it? Product. There's no product in the hair. It's just wild and crazy. I'm a wild and crazy guy today. So it's Monday, the beginning of the week. You know, we were going to do this on Friday. This was going to be the Friday program. So tonight, a double header. That's right. You get two ArpCasts for the price of one, because you didn't get one on Friday, so it's really not the price of one, but two ArpCasts, one now, one at kind of the regularly scheduled time in the evening. And so hopefully you've all had a great weekend. You know, it's a long weekend for many of us, me included. It's Columbus Day. That's right. 1492 sailed the ocean blue or something like that. And found what was already here. I mean, he didn't really discover anything. I mean, it was here. It had been discovered by others, but I guess because he's European and had a funny name and stuff like that, he gets a lot of credit for it. So, exhilarating weekends, exhilarating, and tomorrow we crash back down. Some of my friends, going to keep it going, rolling into the week. Not I. So, you know, we're always we're looking for peace and happiness, and the weekends, you know, and I've talked about this before, always seem to set us up for this. Wow, it's the weekend, and then we realize most days, or most weekends rather, 2 days later, we got to start getting ready. Sunday evening, get ready for the dispatch of the kids or the pets or the spouse or whatever, and then come back in and hit it again. But you know what? Enough of that. We're going to talk about something else, because as the title of the program tonight goes, everything's different now. And so this was a and this is a quote from a friend of mine. I'm gonna adjust the glasses. That looks good. A quote from a friend of mine at lunch on Friday. Just wonderful. Truer words never spoken. Everything's different now. And what I mean by this, I was telling a story to this friend of, you know, sort of what was going on in the 50s and 60s, and sharing some tales of actors and drunk actors, and how they would treat their lives. And again, I'm not espousing drunkenness at all, but the stories are so real and so basic, so as to not only be funny, but to be genuine, right? And so as I'm telling my friend this story, this is what they say. Everything's different now. And what does that mean, right? You know, there's a obviously we talk about, and I've talked about and believe that there's just a frenetic pace to our world around us, like no other time in history. But again, I guess everything is relative. And so, you know, I'm sure Viking longboats were very fast in the day as compared to the people standing on the shore watching them go by. But, you know, we look at life through this complex lens or lenses, and we see progress, right? We have progressed. And is that a question? You know, we have progressed. Wait, we have progressed. Maybe that's how I ought to say it. Or an answer, we have progressed, or just a statement. And so the darling about all this, the element that's so wonderful about the past and the nostalgia is that it was so simple and so profound. Allergies are kicking up, kids. So I'm going to just do a little check here. Live broadcasting. No one's watching, which is okay because they're all having a good time on a Monday afternoon. But it's external, right? Progress just seems to be external most of the time. That's how we measure it. Are we better off from a fiscal perspective, a health perspective, whatever it might be? And there's this progress bar, which has been very near and dear to my heart for the last few days as I've been dealing with my getting my Mac rehabilitated. And everything really is different now. And these stories that I was relaying to my friend on Friday were about friendships, were about a level of intimacy between men, women, whatever it was, without all the, just platonic, deep friendship, having a good time together, and settling in to a level of comfort and a level of peace. And we've lost our arc. It's kind of like each man for his own now, and on his own, by his own. Nobility is lost. The thought of noble deeds and things like that. I think that's not to say that there's great work being done in social justice. There's a lot, but it almost has to be forced. It's no longer part of us. There's an element missing. Is how it feels. Even for me, we're just, again, we have gone beyond the pace at which I think humans are capable of adapting and facing the world. Honor lost, right? No matter what you thought of the hearings and the nomination process this weekend, you just have to sit outside of it and go, wow, just wow. Is that what we've become? Just the three-ring circus of what it was, what it is, just amazing. And that's just one example, right? And so religion, philosophy, I think lost. Now, this is an interesting one. I'm not trying to proselytize here. And we had some conversation about it. It's interesting. My daughter this morning about religion and about philosophy and two very big difference, right? Very big. And so, but either one, I think very solid footing lost in that it's not taught and that it's not incorporated into what we do. So what's left? What's left? Everything is different now. And there's just no getting around it. No matter how much we crave and yearn for yesteryear and how it was and how peaceful it was, everything is different now. But even then, the fact that it's different for that person, and this was the telling part of the conversation on Friday, if it is indeed different now, our mettle, our ability to adapt and cope, is to be able to deal with the struggle. And this sense of longing and yearning and the like, and say, you know what, this is our age. This is our time. And this, regardless of how different it is something that we have to, again, to a degree, bear with. But to another degree, I think make room for change. And I think there is an opportunity for that. And as I was writing in a letter to my brother today, we're going to try to do that. Hey, you guys have a great week. We're going to have another program in about 3 or 4 hours. So come watch us. Talk soon.